everyone. It's Jenny, the Awkward Gamer. I decided I wanted to revisit Valiant Hearts. I have no idea why the audio is not showing up for this. Why is it not working? Ah, fudge. Properties. Come on. There we go. Okay, I had to fix that. Okay, why is it being all funky? Probably not very loud on... Well, actually, everything is on high. Let me... There we go. Okay. Got that figured out. It's been a while. The only reason I didn't stream last week is because I got sick. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and start over on this game. As I said, revisiting Valiant Hearts from the beginning. I have this on my channel, I think, but I decided I'm gonna just revisit it. I've been playing it a lot offline. This game is just very close to my heart. At some point, I may invest in the Crooked Man again. It's been a while since I played that. I know I didn't finish that like I did Ib, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I will say this game is a bit monologue heavy. I haven't had enough coffee and I'm still somewhat tired. But yes, I'm very excited to play this game with you guys. And just, you know, enjoying the stream. It is, as I said, dialogue heavy, monologue heavy, whatever you want to call it. But yes, yay. Okay, give me 1 second. For some reason, Snapchat's being a little funky right now. Give me 1 second to check something here. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's done. Alrighty. My window is also open, so just letting you guys know. I'm trying to air out my apartment at the moment and just relax. It's kind of very important to me to have some airflow in the house today. So yeah, there's that. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and start a new game. Yes. Yep, it's a...
After the assassination of Prince Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire declares war on Russia. Because of established alliances, France is preparing for conflict.
Oh, yes.
A few hours after the announcement of the general mobilization, German civilians living in France are asked to leave the country.
Oof.
Horror is one of them.
Aw, some yen. Oh. Gotta love that they tore a lot of families apart that way. Huh. Poor Carl. He's been summoned to the army. Ooh. First Carl, now her own dad. Poor Emile. Poor Marie.
A few days after Karl was deported, the war was hungry for more and took away Emile as well. A heavy-hearted Emile was called up to fight and left the farm for Saint-Miel. Like so many others, he had no idea what fate had in store for him.
Yeah, this game is a little bit hard-hitting and pretty heavy on some of this information. I will be reading some of the information that actually shows up, as it is based on history. Liberty, égalité, fraternité. Alright. War is declared June 28th, 1914. As they were talking about, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austrian-Hungarian throne, was assassinated in Sarajevo. As a result of the chain of diplomatic and military alliances in place, the event launched Europe into an armed conflict that, with the involvement of colonies, took on a global dimension. August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. August 3rd, they declared war on France, and Britain declared war on Germany. August 11th and 12th, France and Britain declared war on Austria-Hungary. And these are actual pictures from the time period. It looks like most of these are colorized. Italians. I'm not going to read everything. I'll leave it up for a little bit in case anyone wants to read it. But yes. And at any point after this, it might be a good idea to invest in this game if you're interested. I think currently on Steam it is $14.99. I can't remember the exact price that I got it a few years ago. I want to say about $5 or $6 maybe. Could be wrong in my estimation. But this is such a good game. Right? Alright. Liberty, fraternity, and I can't remember what égalité means. It's like, go be with the Fusilier. What a reveille. Alright, so this is just basic tutorial stuff. There we go. I will say the music in this is absolutely wonderful as well, and the art style is gorgeous. Alright. Bravo indeed. Let's see. Right, and it's Republic of France, 150th Regiment Infantry. It's pretty easy to read what it says, but those who can't, there you go.
We are on our way to Paris. The atmosphere here is
train depot in Paris, trying to reach his regiment at platform 21, Emile would meet the man he would soon fight alongside. The man who would come to be his truest friend.
Au revoir. Alright, I'm also trying to keep an ear out for a package that's coming in today, so if I step out, or step away from the computer, that's why. Alright. I know I'm gonna need that. Have a good Chardonnay, a good white wine. Okay, so this is one of the puzzles that you're gonna have to deal with. Oh, diaries. Okay, starting with Emile's, August 12th, 1914. I started training at the military camp today. I can't help thinking of Carl, who's probably doing the same in Germany. Declaration of war has created havoc. I hope Marie and the neighbors manage to finish the harvest in time. I haven't fully met him yet, but let's go ahead and read his. August 12th of the same year. At last, I can't wait to get fighting. Maybe it'll ease some of the pain I feel inside. You'll understand his story soon, and those of you who have seen this when it was on my channel as a simple recording, his story just gets me hard. It hits me pretty hard in the heart pretty quickly. I'm still waking up, so my wording is not going to be the greatest. Her character has yet to be discovered, but it will very soon. August 1st of 14, bells all over Paris started chiming at 4 p.m. this afternoon. It was eerie. Somebody in the street told me it was for the troop mobilization in case Germany declares war. I'll write to Father to find out what's going on in Belgium. Carl, August 1st. It feels strange to return to Germany. At least Emile can take care of Marie and Victor. Things should calm down in the months to come. It's all so meaningless. Marie, August 12th. After Carl, it's Daddy's turn to leave. Why do they have to call him up? Wasn't it enough to expel my dear sweet love from these lands? Why do they want to put Daddy in uniform? He's too old to fight, and now they've left me all alone with the harvest on the way and Victor to take care of. Ooh. Okay, let's start with you. There we go. Oh, the music in this is just absolutely wonderful. Adios. So I'm not going to be streaming a huge amount of time today, unfortunately. Alright. Alrighty.
August 21st, 1914. Emile's regiment was sent to fight against the 71st German Division, led by Baron von Dorf. The general cheer of the first hours dissipated into the fear of first combat.
Okay. That little walk is just kind of funny. Vive la France, indeed. Oh, shit. Von Dorf! Okay. Yep. Why do I always underestimate things? It's always the same fucking spot, too. Okay. Okay. And then... And he gone. God damn. And my timing is just horrible. Oh, shit. I can see where you got hit.
Miss Marie Cheyenne, Private Emile Cheyenne, from the 150th Infantry Regiment, was wounded by enemy fire on August 21st. He has been captured by the enemy. Hopefully, you shall receive news from him soon.
Hey, Kay. Hopefully you're doing alright.
Originally from America, enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery hid a man already devastated by the war's effects. A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life.
Oh, yes.
It was at the Battle of the Marne that Freddy finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von
Baron von Dorf! Because every time. Just every single fucking time. Alright. Let's go ahead. Oh, more information. Americans in the French Army. 128 Americans enrolled in the French Army from the start of the conflict, mostly in Paris, including the poet Alan Seeger. The majority joined the Foreign Legion and took part in the Battle of the Marne. Others joined the Air Force, which later became the Lafayette Squadron. 24 gave their lives for France, including Alan Seeger. The media attention they received in the United States played a decisive role in their own country's decision to join the war 3 years later. A little late to that, but completely understandable. Battle of the Marne. Drawn up long before the war, the von Schlieffen plan aimed at swiftly overrunning France via Belgium and northern France. After the August debacle on September 6th, French troops turned to face German troops in the decisive Battle of the Marne and prevented the capture of Paris. The battle was the first time Franco-British forces managed to halt the German advance and thwart the main German battle plan. The front retreated northwards and stabilized in December, when trench warfare began in earnest. I can't English. Too tired for this. But I wanted to stream this because it means so much to me. As I said, I'm not going to read every single thing. I will pause for a few seconds. And since this is also here on YouTube, feel free to pause at any point and read as you want. Also, pausing for a moment, don't forget, if you enjoy the content on this channel, please don't forget to smack the like button, smack the subscribe button, tickle the bell, and say hi. Join the Awkward Squad, because, we're cool beans. Okay, moving on. Alrighty. Yeah, that's a normal thing of warfare, unfortunately, with capturing the flag. Okay. Yes, more diary entries. Okay, need to pick that up. Okay, what is the new diary entry? Alright, so Ladder gave me such a fright. Poor Daddy, he's been wounded and taken prisoner by the Germans. I don't know if he's seriously injured and if he's being well taken care of. I've been told prisoners are allowed to receive letters. I shall write him tomorrow. Okay. We spent yet another day walking. We heard cannon fire for the first time today. I don't want to have to kill. I must stop thinking about it and get some sleep. Okay. So I'm just doing a basic run through, reading what I can. As I said, it is pretty heavy on dialogue, so I probably won't be talking as much as I'd hope to, which there's nothing wrong with, of course. We're just having fun here and learning. Look at all the devastation and destruction in the background. Oof. Oh, I hear. Oh, no. Shit. I underestimated. No. Okay. Maybe this time? Yes. Might need that again. Alright. I need a sip of water. I'm quite thirsty at the moment. Listen to that orchestral piece. It's so good. Yeah, just barely. Come on. Whap. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I need to go down. Ay. Okay. So I'm gonna pick up the other thing that I dropped, just in case I need it. Bam. Oh. Alrighty. Back up top. Holy hand grenade. Back. Alrighty. Okay. I will need that. Alright. I don't believe I found every single little thing in this section. I'm gonna see how far it goes. Okay. That's actually pretty far. This game is pretty much all about timing. Not gonna lie. Oh. I like how it doesn't disrupt what I'm doing. Bam. That machine gun is dunzo. Vondorf! Get me the hell out of here. Get going, hurry up. It's not very hard to figure out what they're saying, thankfully. Let's see. Alright. Come on. Come on. Nope, that's not gonna work. Come on, come on, come on. Dumbass. Okay. Alrighty. I know I abandoned some stuff and I don't like that I did. Oh, pardon me. Bap. Ah! Oh, I love when he does that every single time.
Thanks to support
Every
from
time.
British forces, the German plan failed. The front line moved back to the north, and with the arrival of winter, froze.
Yep.
Soldiers holed up amid a vast labyrinth of trenches and tunnels that would become the indelible image of the Great War.
Ooh.
Karl's regiment retreated to the outskirts of Neuve-Chapelle, the same camp where Emile was being held prisoner.
Oof. Okay, give me a sec. Thirsty again. Considering how dialogue heavy this is, I always try to keep tabs on whatever I need to keep tabs on. Damn. Alrighty. Alright, 6 million prisoners of war. Between 14 and 18, over 6 million men were taken prisoner, including 1.2 million German and 200,000 British troops. Despite the 1907 Hague Convention and the efforts of the International Red Cross, prison conditions and forced labor proved harsh for conscripts. I hate that word. It's kind of hard for me to read sometimes. And hundreds of thousands never made it home. Kind of sad. Letters. Letters remained the only real means of communication with the outside world. Radios and telephones were only used for military ends. All soldiers wrote to their loved ones back home. As war correspondence was free of charge, this created logistical and financial problems. 10 billion letters and postcards were sent to and from the front during the war. Early war postal system was chaotic, but then the front was then separated into sectors, each with its own postcode. The visit from the military postmaster was eagerly awaited. Battle of Neuve-Chapelle. So much to learn, so little time. But yes, feel free to pause at any point, read over the information that's on the screen. This game is just absolutely gorgeous, and I love that I'm learning about things as well. It means a lot. I'm a history geek, y'all. Alright. Mud. Trench life was difficult. Soldiers were confronted with cold, rain, and mud. Dirty water meant that diseases such as dysentery, typhus, and cholera flourished. Depth of the mud also presented dangers, and soldiers sometimes drowned in shell holes or in the tunnels leading to trenches. Explosives. Trench fortifications required the use of explosives to penetrate enemy lines. Ow. Long tunnels were dug under no man's land between enemy trenches, inside which explosives were placed. English used cordite, a powerful explosive that could be detonated at a distance. I've heard of cordite, but this is the first time I've seen that in the facts section, and I've actively checked on it. Vosso, yes. That dog is so cute. Mmm. Aww. Best son-in-law. 10 out of 10.
Dearest Papa, we live in a climate of uncertainty. Germans use the people of Saint-Mihiel as human shields against the French bombings. I hope the Germans treat you well, and that your wound has healed. Your grandson sends you kisses. I sent you a
Aww.
picture of him. All my love. Please write soon.
Right. Water. Eh. It's been a while since I've had to do this, so I always forget. Okay, now's the sausages. Da. Okay. And Doggo's just like, no, dude, we're gonna get fired on. Fuck this. Ah. Oh, Doggo. Missy, little dog. Oh. No. Oh, it's such a good doggy. That is a very good serving spoon. Oh, shit. Yes, I shall help you. He's in the Luftwaffe. He's up there along with the professor, or scientist, whichever. Missy? Thank you, doggo. Alley-oop. Haha! Happy doggo is cute doggo. Eee! It's very important that doggo is cute. Oui. Usually there's something behind there, but I can't tell at the moment. Alright. There we go. I've played this so many times, it's almost hilarious. Almost. Alley-oop. Good job, doggo. Look at all this devastation. Oof. Not happy about it. Mm-mm. Is there anything left? Nope. Gotta love the trenches. Nope, don't worry, Duggo. We're going down. We're not yelling timber. Alright, let's see what we have over here. Huh. Interesting. Don't worry, Duggo. It's all okay. Yes, Duggo. I know. See what's down here. Thank you. No, tummy pats. Yes. There you go, Duggo. I shall be right back. No worries. There we go. Alrighty. Oh. Sorry, bud. You're gonna need that, honey. No. Such an adorably happy doggo. Oh, shit. That's what I was trying to avoid. Okay. I'll just use the joystick. God damn it. I'm kind of glad that it doesn't show you what the death toll is from this game. Kind of happy about that. Dog. Dog. Doggo. No, no, no. No. Doggo, no.
The British troops continued their attack on Neuve-Chapelle. Their next objective, take back Port Arthur.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna just step out of my room for a moment. I will be right back. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I got a little bit hungry and I wanted to check to see if my package had arrived, which it has, and I got some food. Alright. Next time I get up, which will probably be after the stream, I need to get some more water. Alright. Where was I? Oh, yes. Alrighty. I apologize if it took too long. I underestimated again. There we go. Donk. That's funny. Alright. Donk. That's just hilarious to me. Alright, so... 2. 3. 'There we go. Alrighty. Boom. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh. Kukri, I think. No hand grenades in here, please. Don't. Oh shit. Come on. Well, bam. Rat-tat-tat. Oh. Yes. Pop. Merci indeed. Doggo is just so happy and cute. Eee. Yep.
Amidst the never-ending attacks and counterattacks, Freddy and Emil hunted the elusive Baron and his regiment.
Yeepers. Chlorine gas.
1915. Chlorine gas was used for the first time by the Germans.
Ugh. Be careful, Doggo. Oh. It's like, I'm hero, Doggo. I need snackies and stuff. Okay, what does the diary say? What a day. My life was saved twice. First by an American soldier and then by a dog. But I'm free at last. I saw Carl before the bombing. I hope he made it out alive. I'm gonna try finding him. On the march to Belgium where this damned regiment is stationed. I'm not alone, at least. I met a funny old French farmer guy, Emil. Doesn't say much, but if I understood right, his son-in-law is German. How crazy's that? Not a day goes by that I don't dream of you. Missed them by a whisker. It won't happen again. My younger brother's letter was sweet. It gave me a real boost. It's good he's back in the States, miles away from this nightmare. That kid has a knack of getting himself into trouble. At last, I found Emil, just moments before the shells started flying. I hope he's managed to dodge the bombs. The letter he showed me filled my heart with joy. Marie is well and Victor is growing up. That's all that matters. Emil, there, right in front of me, sprawling on the ground. Why did his regiment have to come up against mine? I hope he pulls through. He's one tough cookie. I must find out what POW camp he's been taken to. No, I didn't get to read hers. Today the Germans invaded San Miguel. Fortunately, the troops spared the farm. I took shelter in the cellar with Victor. Now what's gonna happen? Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. Nope. Oh, wrong one. Pull it up once so I can get the item. Okay. Still eating a little bit, but I'm trying to be as quiet as I can. Yummy. Oh, what am I doing? No. There we go. I'll need that up for a moment. Ugh. All this chlorine gas. No. Oh wait, wrong one. Duh. Okay. Okay. There we go. Look at that. A face mask. I wonder why it was needed. Not commenting further. Doggo, you are a godsend. Thank you. I was like, are you okay down there, human? Yes, yes I am. There we go. Oh, there goes all the chlorine gas. Oh well. Hmm. Let's go. Yes. Give me a second, broski. Jesus. You're fine. It's because I've played this so much, that's why it's just saying action completed. No! Fuck. Okay, we need to get the fuck out of here. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying, Fred. Don't you worry about a thing. Ooh. Oh, pardon me. C'est bien indeed. Come on, we don't have too much time. Of course. Yeah, we need help. Yes, yes, yes. Jesus. I'm going as fast as I can. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, one of my favorite parts. Doggo looks extra superhero-ish.
Her name was Anna, a Belgian student living in Paris. She was hard on the trail of her missing father. For once, fate smiled at them. They were all going in the same direction. But while approaching Vimy, a German squadron spotted them.
Lovely, a red baron. Oof. No. Oh, only got hit once. I've been able to do that one perfectly before. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. Got about maybe 30 minutes left on this stream. Hopefully this translates very well over to YouTube. It should be, because I've been exporting it over there. Missy? Xion? I cannot for the life of me remember certain words in French. Cute doggo. Gonna get one more, just in case. Seems like dog knew. Thank you, doggo. Nope. Need to hurry across. Whoa. Oh, shit. Fuck. Eh. It's covering the thing so I can't see it very well. Eh. My stomach is full and I'm getting sleepy again. Alrighty. Alright. Just a matter of finding a good stopping point here. I apologize that not all of the streams that have been exported and or done via Twitch and YouTube are not entirely like a stable like amount of time. It's just I don't always feel like going longer than an hour and a half. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit more here. I think instead of the hour and a half I originally decided on, is gonna have to be cut down by half an hour. I've got some other things to do and I keep forgetting to do them. I forgot what some of it was. I know I need a nap today too. But, yeah, I've been working on other games at the moment. Not necessarily for streaming, but I'm saving up towards a couple of games at the moment. Life is Strange 2 on Steam, as well as Life is Strange True Colors. Those are on the list. Probably sometime next year, unless they are on a really good sale by the end of the year. So keep a watch out for that. Let's see, what else? Oh, Crooked Man. Might redo that one. I know I haven't finished it. That game scares the bejesus out of me. I was also considering Corpse Party at one point. I may even redo Ib at some point. I don't know. There was one game that I was hoping to stream for the channel, and it has been abandoned since 2016. Sadly, I won't ever be able to play it again. It was Akanairo Demon Hunters. I think a while back I actually had that on my channel. Such a good game, and I kind of wish that American McGee would, resurrect that game. I know it's not going to happen, but it's something I've been dreaming of. But I may get back into the Grimm series that he does, which I didn't know that those two were in correlation with the same person as the creator. But yeah, Spicy Horse is no longer a thing. It is American McGee. He's also the one that's working on the third installment of the Alice series, Asylum. I only have played the second one, and I haven't even completed that one either. But yeah. Those are some thoughts. I'm also considering Smite and, obviously some more Friends of Mineral Town. I need to work on the fourth video in the series. And haha. Oh. I don't know how to get that up from there. I gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. Itchy eye. Something in my eye. Eh. It looks like it might actually be over an hour for this, which is totally fine. I just want to get past this part and then just go from there. We'll see what happens. Just want to get past this explodey bit. Cutting it real close there. There we go. Nope, don't need to do that now. Where are we supposed to go from here? I have no idea how I'm supposed to get that off of there. Even the dog is like, how the fuck am I supposed to get up there? Nobody knows. Oh, that's right. I have to go through here. Duh. Alright. I love this music. Just gotta sneak across. Alright. As soon as I see the save icon again, I am going to do that. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Okay. Nope. Something's over here. Okay. Okay. See, is there anything over here? Nope. It's kind of weird seeing the doggo in the foreground. Okay. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. Okay. There we go. Okay. Almost done with this section, I think. You would think I'd be shot by now. No. Let's see. Oh, that was first try. That's never happened. Well, shit.
Baron von Dorf had escaped again, but Emil had still managed to find medicine for Freddy. They were quickly back on the road again.
Sounds so much like Cinnamon Toast
Their
Can.
journey would take them to Rance, where they would at last pick up the trail of the elusive Baron and his Zeppelin.
Yeah. Zeppelin, Luftwaffe. Yeah. I think this will be a good stopping point. We'll pick it up again. I'm not sure when. But... God damn it, Freddy. Well, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. We'll pick it up in another stream. I have no idea when that is. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you enjoy the content, which is generally pretty awkward, please feel free to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And hey, who knows? Ding the bell. It'll notify you whenever I upload. And if you're on Twitch, please make sure to follow me. Follow me and join the Awkward Squad. Okay, bye.